How's been your day? God bless you. From yesterday till now, I've gotten a lot of messages, DM, emails about what I said about the women and surrogacy. First, let me pray for everyone watching this video. Everyone watching this video, the Lord will make you happy. You'll be blessed. And I will say it again. I have to do a video to this reference. See, it is God's blessing for a woman to use her womb to carry a child. It's God's blessing. It's God's design. Genesis 1:28. Be fruitful, multiply. Nobody can come and change the narrative of God.
Is IFE doing too much raising awareness about surrogacy and fertility? Let us talk about it. Hi Diamond, welcome to topisqotv. Please like this video, and if you are not following us on any of our platform, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook or Instagram, please give us a follow, okay, and give me the diamond emoji in comment section. So everybody has been talking about the surrogacy issue. If you've not watched the other video that I did, please go and watch it. About Nigerian blogger reveals that she's going to use a surrogate even though she doesn't have fertility issues. A lot of people have problems with that, but I don't want to rehearse all of that. Please go watch that video. I've been seeing a lot of takes and I want to speak to those takes. So I saw Arole, Woli Arole. He's a prophet as well as a comedian who gave his own opinion, saying that God has his design for every woman to give birth with her womb, and as such people should not promote surrogacy for whatever reason, because it is not God's design, original design. Then I saw Solomon Buchi saying you outsource taking care of your children, now you outsource your womb. I remember saying in the last video that things about fertility is very nuanced and we should be sensitive when we are giving these comments, because sometimes you just say things because of your own experience and the people around you. But you see, the world has how many billion people, so everybody's experience is different. I was saying in the other video that aside from fertility issues, when it comes to the world of real capitalistic work, when people talk about feminism and all of that and equality, some people will tell you that it goes beyond, oh, I want to be treated like a man, because if you want to be treated like a man, then men don't have hormonal issues that women have. A typical woman, you are not the same person throughout the 30 days of a month. Some days of the month, your different phases of your cycle will determine your mood. You know how these things go. A man can never understand how that works. So a woman who is going through all of that has to show up at work, okay, keep her emotions or whatever hormonal issue she's having, because she's not in control of her hormones, and she has to put out a certain quality of work at work. Right now, that is a woman who is not even trying to conceive or who doesn't have any fertility issues. Then put a woman who is trying to conceive in that mix. It's a different ball game. That woman who is trying to conceive will, for different women, is different things. Some women have to sleep in a particular position, some women have to be injected so that their eggs can be viable, so they can find egg. And people think it's a joke. It's not a joke. And after the woman has finished taking different injections to find one egg that can be fertilized, right, husband sperm may not be good. And she still has to show up at work. You see, when you talk about women equality, well, let's talk about it. So real capitalistic people will tell you they don't care about whether you are going through hormonal imbalance or you are taking injections to be able to find one egg that can be fertilized. This is not even people that have gone to freeze their eggs, then bring it out and they discover that it is no longer viable. Even when you freeze the egg, it's not a straightforward something like that, even though it's an option, right? Many different things. Okay, that woman goes through that. That's just one woman's experience. Other women will have different experience, because there are some women, all the I don't let me use I'm using this word loosely, please. Synthetic medicine cannot work on their body. Excuse me, please like this video, guys. It can't work. They have to use agbo, and the kind of agbo they will use is clay pots that they will use to cook the herbs that they will take for them to be able to conceive. When they cook those herbs, they can't eat certain things. They've done IVF, they've done everything. It will not work for them. When they go and use those ones, it will now work for their own type of body. So when we come out to say some things, let's be very sensitive. The fact that you blow breeze and your sister and your wife, they just got pregnant and they are giving birth like rabbits, does not mean that it's like that. Every woman has that type of experience. No, not every woman has that kind of experience. Some women, they will have to take out their womb. If not, they will die. And you think it's a joke? You think it's not a joke. Some women have to remove their wombs, because if they don't remove their wombs, they will lose their life. And in the case of that kind of woman, is it God's design for if somebody who gave the people that brought the surrogacy the wisdom to be able to do that? Is it not God that gave them that wisdom? Why did God not drop Jesus down? Why did he borrow Mary's womb to use for our dear Lord Jesus Christ? He would have dropped Jesus down. Some women have to remove their wombs. Some will even keep getting pregnant, and for some whatever reason, they keep losing their children. And when they use a surrogate, God answers their prayers. Because it's all this kind of talk that some people will hear and say, and they will have the means to be able to do it. And say, no, it's not God's design. A lot of people say things because it's not them. Let their sister or whoever is close to them face those type of problems. You think they'll come and be speaking this English that they are speaking on the internet? You outsource this, you outsource that, you outsource. How many people have gone through different cycles of assisted reproductive whatever, and it doesn't work? They'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I met somebody that told me she had done it 14 times. It didn't work. That's even for people that have money. What are people that don't even have that kind of money? It's God's design for you to use your womb. My own mother had 13 children. 13. She had to remove her womb. Make she not go die because she want born pikin. Abemona they suffer, they talk, because it's very sweet to talk when you are not the one in that. There are some people that when they are pregnant, they cannot leave their beds. They will be on permanent bed rest from the beginning of the pregnancy to the end. You think if you see a pregnant woman that is able to be walking up and down, she's enjoying her pregnancy, celebrate God in her life. Not everybody has that kind of experience during pregnancy. Not everybody has that type of experience. Some people will be sick throughout the pregnancy. They cannot get up from their rooms. They will stay in that one place for them to just be able to see that child. May God not allow you suffer for pikin matter. Then you will now be merciful when you are talking. Some people are saying that the commercialization of this, do you know there's something called choice? Somebody chooses to be a surrogate. What is your own? Now, if the issue is that they are being exploited in the real sense of exploitation, that they are not being paid, they are not being treated fairly, then we will have an issue to talk about. Not that somebody chose, this is what the person wants to do. How many women are giving birth every day? These poor women that we're talking about, they are giving their birth every day for their husbands, and they cannot take care of the children. And the women will say, I don't, because usually if you go and check all these agencies, they don't just take anybody. You have to have given birth before. Do you understand? You have to be at a certain age, right? These women, they'll look at it that if I make this money, I'll be able to solve one or two. Because you are privileged, you are seeing it from your own lens, because you are privileged, and you are also talking from a place of privilege. Not everybody comes from the same social strata as you. You understand? And they want to do it. Where there will be an issue is if the agencies are now cheating them of what is due to them. Then we cannot begin to talk about it. Or if the agencies are using women against their will. Do you understand? If they are using them against their own will, then we'll know that we have an issue. Or if there's there's a rate card, a scale of payment, that this is the scale, then if agencies are not following that scale and it is now becoming worrisome, yes, then we will have an outrage. We'll talk about those. Not that somebody has made a choice that this is what I want to do. The person wants to do it. For that person is economic empowerment. The fact that it doesn't align with your own worldview or your own values doesn't mean that the world does not revolve around your thinking. It doesn't. I said in the other video that a lot of women are busy. The world has changed. The world has changed. Anyway, I don't want to work up myself. Let me take my advice. Breathe in, out. You guys, these things are nuanced. You can't be a hardliner when it comes to issues of fertility and women's bodies. There are so many angles that you can only speak for your own particular situation. You really cannot speak for another person's situation. Do you understand? You can't speak for another person's situation. Okay? All right, share your thoughts with me in the comment section. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.